Kugan, Cassius, IFL TV, MTK Global with the press conference here in Leeds for Warrington Galahad, 15th of June at the First Direct Arena. I'm joined by the challenger, Kid Galahad. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you, Kugan?
I'm alive. That's enough for me.
That's good. That's good. You've been living the life out of New York, back to Sheffield, or back to Leeds. Yeah, living the life.
Living life indeed. Yeah, rather fiery and hostile press conference here today. What did you make of it today?
It's what it is, isn't it? Expected, everything expected it was, you know. You've got crazy Leeds fans, but it is what it is, you know. When they get in that ring, they can't fight for them, and, you know, 15th of June, it's going to be a very, very interesting night.
Yourself and Dominic said in the press conference that you don't believe there is a hand injury there from Warrington?
No, there isn't no hand injury, you know. He's been living the life. Even when he was face-to-face, he actually smelled like booze, you know. Probably been out the night before, you know. Probably drinking his sorrows away because Leeds got beat by Sheffield United. You know, that's probably the reason why. But it is what it is, innit, you know. I don't even know why he's doing that, you know. It's only a fucking football match, innit?
His last two performances have been against Lee Selby and Carl Frampton. Your trainer, Dominic Ingle, said in the press conference that they were past their best, but surely some credit has to be given there for those two performances.
You have to give credit where credit is due, and listen, it don't matter if they were past their best or whatever. At the end of the day, when they did the job on them, and it doesn't matter, you know, at the end of the day, we're expecting the best, you know, Josh Warrington. So when I get in there and fight with him, I want the best Josh Warrington, so I don't want no excuses after. I want them to turn around and say, oh, you know, they rushed me, they did this to me, they did that, you know, they made me fight this guy, I didn't want to take this fight. You know, my hands hurting me, you know, they made me take the fight. So, you know, I want to go in there and beat the best Josh Warrington.
You've had to force yourself into this position. You were kind of crying out for the win of this for a long time, and in your last fight, obviously, you were made mandatory for the IBF title. But yeah, you believe that they're kind of biting off more than they can chew here?
No, it's just the thing is, I think they're just a bit upset. You know, they take it. All his career, he's always had to, you know, he's always could, you know, vacate the title and go somewhere else or whatever he did. But this one, you know, there was no other option for him to go anywhere else. You know, where's he going to go? Leo Santa Cruz didn't want to fight him, and Carl Frampton didn't want to fight him. Well, I think they were trying to make the Carl Frampton rematch, and he says no. And obviously Leo, the other guy, Oscar Valdez, he didn't want to take the fight. So, you know, there was nowhere really for him to go. What's he going to do? Vacate the title and fight for his next fight is going to be no title. So, you know, it is what it is. He's just upset, you know, because he's in a position that he don't want to be in.
So you believe you were kind of quite a way along down the line, shall we say, in terms of his next fights that he wanted, and Frank Warren wanted as well?
Like Frank said, you know, if there was a list, I'd be at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of the list. But it is what it is, isn't it?
Speaking to Frank Warren there, he said that the situation regarding the split of the purse hasn't been quite resolved yet, shall we say. Do you know anything more about that?
Well, you know, I'll leave that in my promoter's hand, Eddie, and see what happens. You know, I think it will be resolved. It will be sorted out, you know. So we'll see what happens, you know. The IBF are a very strict governing body. So I believe, you know, they'll make sure, you know, I'll get my cut.
There was a lot mentioned here today about your drug ban, Barry. A little bit too much, really, today?
Yeah, but that's what it is, isn't it? They think, you know, I'm a bit emotional and a bit like Josh Warrington, you know. Oh, yeah, getting upset about things. It is what it is, you know. I failed the drug test, yeah, and, you know, it's history.
Okay, yeah. It just seemed to be like it was being brought up time and time again during the press conference.
That's all they've got to, you know. That's all they've got, you know. Oh yeah, but he's a drug cheat. He's this, he's that. Is what it is, you know. They can say what they want, but you know, when I get in there, I'm gonna absolutely batter him from pillar to post.
Your promoter Eddie Hearn isn't here today, but he did send someone.
Yeah. Don't you're trying to wind Eddie up, yeah.
Saying he's not here, but he sent Paul Reddy. Should we just bring Paul Reddy into, you know?
He's here, the main man.
Okay, go on. I've got to say, mate, just quickly, I got collared at the Usyk Bellew. I think I was talking to Diamante, and he just collared me, right? And basically, on the YouTube comments, some guy called me Ferris Bueller. I'd say that, right? So there was a guy that I went to school with. I haven't seen him for ages, and he texts me, goes, "Mate, how have I known you for 20 years and never clocked the Ferris Bueller thing now?" So he's got me saved in his phone as Ferris Bueller. Ferris Bueller.
No, was he? I don't know. I've never seen that.
Anyway, people will know who you're talking about. But Paul Reddy, yeah, you're kind of the matchroom rep here. No Hearn, no Frank Smith. They send in the Reddy.
City and Guilds. So Frank's B-Tech. Maybe I'm City and Guilds. What do you reckon?
Basically, they've sent in, the last reserves. That's what he's trying. Yeah, that's what he's trying to say. I think he's trying to have a bit of a dig at Frank and, Eddie. Yeah, he is. He's not.
I'm not having a dig at anyone. Paul, great fight on.
No more good seats in the boxing. You're getting no more.
Paul, great fight on the 15th.
Yeah, it's a really good fight. I think timing's going to be key for Barry, because I think Josh has got this work rate everyone talks about. Everyone talks about Barry being this elusive fighter, but your timing is ridiculous, and I think that's going to be the big difference. Spoke to sort of multi-weight world champions who've sparred Barry in the past. They said he's one of the best they've ever been in with. So Barry's just got to go from being like a sparring myth and transition it into the gym. It's only him that can do that, and he knows it's his time. Also, it'll be a year around from when Brendan passed away, so it'll be quite fitting for Barry to become a world champion as well. So
same weekend as Brendan's funeral, so it's going to be a great birthday present for Brendan.
Okay, Barry, have you got anything else you'd like to add before we go?
No, that's it. Everything's done. What else do you want me to say? Where's what's his name? Umar from IFL. I want to get interviewed by Umar from IFL from now on. Yeah, Umar. Where's Umar from IFL?
Umar's around. Thank you very much, Kid Galahad. Paul Reddy.